Yeah, this is all part of the mind control game. And, it'll be interesting to see what happens, especially for the Republicans in the upcoming election here.
We will launch a new age.
Because Trump's around, but the Washington Examiner here has this article. It's titled, "Tired of Trump. Trump suffers huge fundraising dip, falls below DeSantis for 2022. So, yeah, I don't know. He's maybe not be looking good. Donald Trump appears to be losing steam among Republican voters after his fundraising numbers have experienced a dip over the last few months, positioning himself behind Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, who has surpassed the former president in donations. Trump raked in at least $36 million during the first 6 months of 2022, a decrease from the $56 million he made during the same time period the year before, according to his campaign finance filings. The new numbers mark the first time Trump has raised less than $50 million in any six-month period since leaving the White House. Okay, that's not that many, though, is it? I mean, any 6-month period since leaving the White House, we've had, what,
yeah, there's been
4?
3. This would have been the third, I think.
All right, whatever. And they put him below DeSantis, who raised about $45 million in the first half of this year, records show. Trump's numbers may be slightly higher, as tallies don't include numbers raised from Trump's Save America PAC that will be released later this month. The Political Action Committee has raised at least $23,000 so far this quarter from WinRed, a Republican fundraising platform.
Ooh, 23,000.
Okay.
What?
There are limitations to comparing the two, as DeSantis is up for re-election, whereas Trump is not actively campaigning, but some strategists say it might be an indication of fatigue among GOP voters towards the former president. Trump's fundraising has slowed in recent months, falling from an average of $200,000 a day in the last 4 months compared to about $300,000 a day in September, according to filings with WinRed. But this may be because donors are turning their attention to more urgent races as Republicans seek to gain control of Congress in November rather than to Trump, who has not yet announced any candidacy plans. Despite the lull in fundraising, Trump remains the favored candidate among GOP voters in a hypothetical matchup between other potential Republican nominees. Nearly 50% said they would vote for Trump if the GOP presidential primary was held today, with 25% saying DeSantis. Okay, great.
I couldn't really catch what you were saying there. What's the details there? Just more details about Trump?
Just details of the numbers of, and saying that, yes, Trump is not making as much as DeSantis right now, but, Trump's not exactly running. DeSantis is up for re-election. Republicans are probably focused on...
Oh, so this is DeSantis's governor re-election that he's earning money from? DeSantis mailers I've seen have made it to the West Coast. He's
I'm sure.
raising money for his gubernatorial campaign.
I think that's why
in Arizona and stuff.
Well, I think that's why Newsom was over there in Florida doing his little campaign.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and we did the comparison the last episode with a Democrat sort of, I don't know, cinematic propaganda versus Trump email harvesting. So I have an update from Derwin. Derwin received more emails from Trump.
Your political
body
donor pseudonym.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So Derwin gave me these screenshots here. This first one, Derwin, I have some exciting news I want to share with you. I instructed my team to let my best America First supporters like you pick the design of our brand new official 2022 Trump card. And I'm thrilled with the results. After receiving thousands of votes, I'm thrilled to finally unveil our exclusive, never before seen official 2022 Trump card.
Wait, did you get a hand on this ball?
I was never asked to vote on this, so I don't know what he's talking about. But,
I like that, though. He said, we asked people like you to design the Trump card. We didn't ask you, but we invited other people like you, Derwin.
Yeah. So you get a Trump card. I don't know what it means. You can flash it, and it doesn't get you anywhere, I don't think. But there you go. And then the second one, 2 emails in one day, Basil. Mm-hmm. And this one was titled, the subject line was, "This is an honor, period." Derwin, did you get our previous email? President Trump selected only 100 patriots to join this prestigious official Trump 100 club, and you are one of them. President Trump will rely on this key group of supporters when he needs the trusted advice of the American people. Your feedback will represent the views of millions of voters, Derwin. Actually says Derwin right there. But we can't hold your spot on the roster for much longer. 95 of the other Patriots invited have already accepted their exclusive offer. We're just waiting for you. And there's a picture of
Do you
Trump
think these are scams? Do you think these are
scams
actually
for sure.
going to Trump?
No. I think these
I was
are
going to
scams,
say
man.
you could just purchase some emails and just create a scam so easy. Just be like, "Hi, this is Trump. I'm your best friend. Send me some money and I'll send you a lock of my hair." And you send it out to, 30 million people. You're bound to get somebody biting on it.
Well, my question is, are they going to fulfill the orders? If people order these cards or join the club or, are the scammers
not.
like, hey, we have a fiduciary obligation.
Probably not. But you could. I mean, to print out some Trump cards would not cost that much.
That's what I'm saying. It's not that much of an overhead.
You don't even have to necessarily scam and not send the product. You could just sell products, but kind of not really, be honest that you're not actually Trump typing the email.
Yeah. Well, I can see the Trump, the tired of Trump sort of sentiment getting spread around if people's inboxes, especially if they are Trump supporters and all of a sudden they're getting bombarded with Trump spam.
Yeah.
That does, I think that does have a psychological effect on people nowadays.
Well, that's what I was wondering too. I wonder if it's the Democrats, because the Democrats, they got busted for a couple things that kind of lead me to suspect them.
Right.
So they got busted for, after Roe v. Wade got overturned, they just started sending out fundraising emails.
Right.
I like, Roe v. Wade got overturned. You got to send us money or else. And there was, some pretty famous or viral videos of Democrats being like, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
This is serious. Why are you, why are you fundraising off of this? And they got very mad. And then the Democrats actually also got busted for impersonating Green Party members. I believe it was I want to say like Arizona or New Mexico. They were impersonating Green Party members in order to get signatures taken off of Green Party petitions. So there was a Green Party member who was running for some office, and they had a petition. You got to have your petition.
Right.
And Democrats were calling everybody on the petition, pretending to be Green Party members and trying to tell people to take their name off the petition. And they got busted. People are like going to jail for this.
Oh, yeah. That's
so
fraud.
They're not afraid to impersonate people of other parties. They're not, they have to sort of balance out the scales of the fundraising embarrassment.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's totally possible that these are sort of Democrat operations trying to, help save some face and make some money while doing it.
I hope so.